Greetings to the global community of the Kringle Society. It's a privilege once again coming to you with this daily motivational and prayer broadcast. It is me, your servant, Pastor Isaac Indego Nelson. I see it a privilege. I see it a calling. I see it a mandate. I see it the biggest opportunity that we are called to work in this community. And I give it all my heart, and I want you to also give it all your heart. Until we give it our heart, we will never see the benefit and the success of this community. And today, I want us to treat a very interesting topic that I always love in the Bible. And I have titled it, It All Begins with Boldness. It all begins with boldness. The great changes that we are expecting in TBC community begins with boldness. We have to step up out of our fear, our comfort zone. With boldness and self-actualization, we will be able to achieve our ultimate priority, our ultimate goal. Today, I want us to take our reference from the book of 1 Samuel, the chapter of 17. I'll be reading from the verse of 4. 1 Samuel chapter 17, reading from the verse of 4. And a champion went out from the camp of the Philistines, by name Goliath from Gath, whose height was 6 cubits and a span, and he had a bronze helmet on his head, and he was armed with a coat of mail, and the weight of his coat was 5,000 shekels of bronze, and he had a bronze armor on his legs, and the bronze javelin between his shoulders. Now the staff of his spear was like the weaver's beam, and his iron spearhead weighed 600 shekels, and the shield bearer went before him. Then he stood and cried to the army of Israel, and said to them, Why have you come out in line up for battle? Am I not a Philistine, and you servants of Saul? Choose one for yourself, then let him come down to me. And if he is able to fight and kill me, then I will be your servant. But if I prevail against him and kill him, then you shall be our servants and servers. And the Philistines said, I defy the army of Israel this day. Give me a man that we may fight together. And when Saul and all Israel heard his words of the Philistines, they were dismayed and greatly afraid. This now continue from the chapter, the same chapter from the verse of 29. The same chapter, that is 1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 29. And David said, What have I done? Is there not a cause? Then he turned from him and turned to another and said, now reading from 31. And when the words of David were spoken and were heard, they reported them to Saul, and he sent for him. Then David said to Saul, Let no man be here, let no man's heart fail because of him. Your servant will go and fight with the Philistines. And Saul said to David, You are not able to go up against the Philistines to fight with him, for you are a youth, and he is a man of war from his youth. And David said to Saul, Your servant used to keep the sheep or his father's sheep, and when a lion or a bear come and took a lamb out of a flock, I went out after it and struck it, and I delivered the lamb from his mouth. And when it rises against me, I caught it by the beard and struck it and killed it. Your servant have killed both the lion and the bear. Then, and this uncircumcised Philistines will be like them, seeing he has defied the army of the living God. Moreover, David said, The Lord who delivered me from the powers of the lion and from the powers of the bear, he will deliver me from the hands of the Philistines. Now, continue from the verse of 28. There, continue from the verse, the verse of 43. So when the Philistines looked and saw David, he disdained him, and he was obeyed, for he was only a youth and ruddy and good looking. Then the Philistine said to David, Am I a dog? Am I a dog that you come to me with a stick? And the Philistine cursed David by his God. And the Philistine said to David, Come, and I will give your flesh to the birds of the air and to the beasts of the field. And David said to the Philistines, you come to me with a sword, with a spear, and with a javelin, but I come to you with the name of the Lord of hosts, the God of the army of Israel, whom you have defied. And this day the Lord will deliver you into my hands, and I will strike you and take your hair from you. And this day I will give you the carcass. I'll give the carcass. I'll give you the carcass of the beasts of the earth, and all the earth will know that there is a God in Israel. Then all this assembly shall know that the Lord does not save with a sword or with a spear, for the battle is the Lord, and he will give you into our hands. Very interesting statement and analysis. And as the story continued, David went ahead and struck Goliath and killed him. Why am I reading so lengthy today? I'm reading so lengthy because the battle before us is like a battle of David versus Goliath. Who was Goliath? Goliath was a champion in the land of the Philistines. A man who has fought battle and have never lost before. A man that everyone hears his voice and have to tremble and run away. Who was David? David was a youth, a newbie, unknown person, who believed in himself that he had in him the potential to turn the tables, which no one thought he could do. And why do I say we are fighting a battle of Goliath? The elite as we face today, they roar and they pound up and down like Goliath. They threaten people with their long existence. You know, the Federal Reserve has never been defeated before. Anyone that in history attempted to turn the tables of the Federal Reserve had his life shortened. And no one even makes such silly attempt because you will not succeed. They have put in some threat and fear in humanity and the entire globe that no one dare try to turn the tables. Everyone submit to their threats, and therefore they manipulate the earth to suit their interest. The elite, as we all mention day in and day out in every community, surround themselves with some mafia and tactics that is very difficult to confront. And everyone see that there is some kind of manipulation going on in our monetary system, but no one has the power to step out and speak. No one has the power to question. And we live in this state of misery forever, and few minority in this universe have accumulated over 90% of the wealth, and the majority are left to group for the little that is left, little resources that is left. God bless this earth with so many riches, especially Africa was blessed with so many natural resources. But why is Africa poor? Why is humanity suffering in Africa? Why are we left in the state of servitude, desperation? Because there has been manipulation behind the scene. A Goliath is manipulating things to his favor, and no one has the capacity to rise. And to God be the glory for bringing us admin who has put technological instruments in place. And we, through these technological tools, rising like David, you know, the things that David used to conquer Goliath are so amazing. When Goliath was coming to David with machetes, with javelins and spear, David was going to him with a sling and stones, a staff as well. And we are not going to use the atomic bombs that they have created, because when we fight the elite with bombs, they will defeat us because they have the greatest bomb and weapons of man's destruction. If we go to them with machine guns, we will be defeated because they have the so-called sophisticated modern machineries. They have the so-called sophisticated weapons of mass destruction. And therefore, we cannot rise to fight them with atomic bombs, with armories, but we have a sling and a stone. And that is your voice, my voice. There is power in that voice. You know, David didn't actually kill Goliath with the sling and the stone. He said, I am defeating you, will kill you. I am coming to you with the name of the Lord of hosts whom you have defiled. So David defeated him with faith in the name of the Lord of hosts. And you have some power in you. You have the supreme being dwelling in you. And therefore, as we rise up to speak, as we rise up to act, your words are not valuable because the elite sees your words and they say, who are these people? They are ordinary people cut across Africa, ordinary people in the India, ordinary people in the Philippines, ordinary people in America, ordinary people in the diaspora that we don't even respect. What can these people do? Just as the very day that Goliath saw David, the Bible says he disdained him because he was a youth. He had no power. He had no strength physically. He was just ordinary. Therefore, he disdained him and said, am I a dog that you are coming to me with ordinary system? Now, the elite will not value the tools that we are using to battle them today because it's so weak. Because they have surrounded themselves with so much power. They have surrounded themselves with so much, ammunitions. And therefore, as we are going to them with ordinary voice, signing people here and there, they will see it to be nothing because they have defeated the public coins. Just look at the public coins. Go to the internet and look at the market cap. You just see it clear for yourself that all the public coins are dropping down. They have defeated them. They have the keys of the public coin in their hands and they manipulate them as they want to their favor, all to their favor. And we are rising to come attack them with our TBC instruments, with just our back office and our wallet. And we go to our back office, we are able to send invitation to people, and we are able to get connected with people that are online. We chat them, we encourage them, we motivate them, we call people to come online, we call people to rise to their birthright and protect their destiny. And as we do this, no one sees, no one respects. But I am challenging you to know that what we are doing is like David taking up the 5 little stones, the sling, and the staff in his hand. David moving out with faith and believing in him that he had the capacity to silence Goliath. And we got that power. We got that power to silence Goliath, put things together. And the little effort you make every day by recruiting people, praying every day small, that is the Goliath, that is the weapon of mass destruction to destroy Goliath and his foe. We shall overcome. We shall turn the tables. And I thank God the majority in TBC are not the elite, but the ordinary people that no one respects, the ordinary people that no one sees, the ordinary people that when they present us before the elite, they will discriminate us and say, who are these contingents? Who are this category? What can they do at all? Have they gone back to history to recall the great legends that rose up to turn the Federal Reserves and the tables and failed? They will disdain us, they will undermine us, but don't worry. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep holding our faith, just like David. Believing ourselves we have the capacity to send TBC into its liquidity this year, not next year, this year. We have the capacity to adapt the 1 billion members that we are expecting. We can, yes, we are humanity, and we have the power to do that. And as we rise up every day, you speak and I speak, you sign and I sign, we will put our efforts together and we shall reach there. It is our responsibility to take matters in our hands. If we fail, remember, as long as David was quiet, all Israel was hiding in the dens and in the holes. All Israel was quacking and shivering because they could not step out because Goliath was there threatening their lives. But when the woman David stepped out, he didn't bring victory and success for his family alone, but the entire Israel at large. And that is why we have to rise up, if not for yourself alone, please. Look at the humanity, the entire globe that are suffering. The world is suffering, and we cannot afford to sit down and sit aloof while they suffer. We have to step out and take this battle. But as the Lord is on our side, we shall overcome. We shall succeed. It will take them by surprise. Not a giant, but a little good David, rising up upon his feet, believing in himself, and believing the God that created him was able to turn the tables. And we shall do. We shall overcome. God bless you for giving me your time. God bless you for rising up to the task. Don't relax after listening to these audios and broadcasts. The moment you hear these audios and broadcasts, there is a wake-up call for you to rise up upon your feet and begin doing something in the little way you can. We pronounce that long live TBC admin, long live our great ambassadors, long live our wonderful broadcasters, long live our mass adoption team, long live the entire TBC community. Till we get there, we shall not relent. Thank you. See you again next time.